ones that are done. You two can. My Fridays, I'm so busy with speaking and just everything else, and my Fridays are basically devoted to donate against rape. So usually on 9 times out of 8 on Fridays, I'm riding around raising money for Donate Against Rape. You know what I mean? We doing all kinds of stuff, man. Like for every pepper spray that's purchased, we donate one to somebody that can't afford one. We're trying to keep the neighborhood safe. We ain't just trying to build our community. We're just trying to build healthy people within the community, and the community will build itself. Ones that are done, you too can Donate Against Rape. Raw Squirrel Clothing, Imperfect Clothing, Handmade in Perfection, Small Mo's Pet Clothing, Raw Squirrel Clothing, Puppy Division. It's just so much going on. I stay doing so much because my imagination, people say, well, stick to one thing and do that well. But what if you have an imagination? What if there was Mickey Mouse and no Minnie? You know what I mean? What was the Donald Duck and no Goofy? Like, in order for people to hit that level of unbelievable, unhuman-like peaks, you have to just keep creating. Because see this is a big problem in the black community. We as black people in our communities think that you have to be the best barber, or you have to be the best landscaper, or you have to be the best rapper. And it's just impossible to equate who's the best when everybody's doing the exact same thing. You know what I mean? Like, they say, well, I'm the best rapper, but man, it's within a 1 block radius, it's 50 guys rapping. So how will we ever I don't care who you have, what record label or what fans, there's nobody who can equate really who's the best, because so many people are doing the exact same thing. That's like, who's the best mechanic in the world? You never know, because so many, you don't even have time to interview all those mechanics. But at the same time, if you do something in which you flat out dominate that market, or you flat out are the only person within that market, like me with clothing, Raw Squirrel Clothing, I hand make the best clothes on earth, period. There is no, because 9 times out of 10, you probably don't even know nobody that hand make clothes, and nobody makes them like this. I don't have to get online and brag. I mean, I produce, man. That's it. I produce, so all day long. And like, I never neglect clothes. Sometimes, in order for me to make clothes, my spirit has to be in it. Like, if I'm, a lot of time when you don't see me making clothes, it's because I'm going through a state of depression, because of the people around me are just so phony and fake. Like, they don't support none, they don't share none, they don't call and check on you, but they show up at every cookout. They don't show up at no events, especially the ones that cost money, but they show up at every free cookout. So sometimes I go months without making clothes, because my spirit just doesn't be right when it's around certain people. You know what I mean? And man, my spirit is so in tune with God now. Like, I could be around somebody for 5 seconds, and I'm like, but I give people a chance. I never look at people and be like, man, I might form an opinion, say, man, that dude, that female looks like, this, that, or the third. But I try to give people a chance to speak. And once they speak, I can hear in their voice, I can hear whether they demand something, whether they command something, or whether they just don't care about the feelings of others, whether they have empathy and sympathy. Like, you can tell that just by driving in a car. If somebody doesn't let you over, I mean, come on, man, we riding in a, you know what I mean? Like, we're on the highway trying to be safe. I'm just trying to get over. You have people that nail the gas on you. 9 times out of 10, I don't want to do business with a person like that because they don't have a regard or respect for the next individual. No, I'm not trying to be in no altercation. I'm not trying to argue with nobody. I'm not trying to get shot. I don't want to have to pepper spray nobody or hurt those aren't my aims. You know, my aim is to live out my God-given purpose. So I structure myself as that. That's it. You know, I don't care what these dudes doing. You know, that's never in my life been something I ever cared about with other people. I'm not into, and that's why I don't fit in around, you know, most people, especially people in my race, because I'm not into sitting around talking about nobody when I'm out here outdoing everybody. I mean, that's just a fact. Like, what am I gonna gain about talking about this guy or this lady or whoever when I could actually be producing? Like, the time I spend talking about them, I could be dropping a hit shirt or hand making a dope bag that nobody has ever seen, or, you know what I mean? Shit, I ain't mean to turn on that real light. You know, I mean, that's my goal and my aim, is to do things that have never been done before. I'm not trying to do the same thing, or I'm not trying to sell coke and sell dope, and, you know, I mean, everybody's doing it, and all them dudes gonna go to prison. You know, I see the people, man, that was on the streets when I was on the street. Man, these people ain't got no teeth in their mouth. You know, their health is, I mean, I know dudes, man, that was getting, I'm talking about real money, like Big Meech type money back in the 90s. And when crack hit, you know, like Big Meech had all his money and all. Hey, man, I know dudes was getting multi-million dollar money in the 80s and 90s. It was way more money out here in crack and all that then. But I won't go into that. But, man, them dudes now that done sold all that crack to people, and you know, when a person sells crack, man, you're responsible for the robberies. You're responsible for the small, the babies who are born underweight and all that stuff. Like, you know, somebody has to pay for that stuff. You, just like the person paid for the crack, somebody has to pay for those atrocities done to other people. And if you think you're gonna get away with it, I'm telling you, you're sadly mistaken. You know. But hey, when you're talking to people who don't understand the logic of what goes around comes around, you're gonna reap what you sow, or some people call it karma. You'll do anything, and that's why I choose that. Man, I could get work. You know, I could go out here and sell work, but I don't want to tote no gun. I don't want no crackheads calling my phone. I don't want heroin addicts calling my phone. I don't want pill heads calling my phone. I don't want to wait on none of that. You'll waste your life doing that, man. People, you know, you gotta go buy pills. You gotta wait on the dude to get the prescription. And man, do you know how much time I could be making a shirt. I could be sending out links to a video. I could be talking to some executives who probably want me to do some marketing for them. I'm not into that, man. You know, and black people gonna hate on me and they gonna say I'm scared straight and this, that. Man, I don't even want to deal with them type of people. Black, white, you know, anybody talking about the past, or those are not my goals or my aim or nothing. I'm not in it for that. You know, I'm in it to help and inspire people, to show people, man, you can be an ex-drug addict. You can be adopted. You can be from a race of people who don't support. And you can still make it, man. I mean, you know, you still can make it. It's based on what you believe, not what they believe. Because you have to get up. Just like every day you get up and go to work, you have to get up and go to work. And you get up and go to work. You just do it for yourself, and you keep grinding. You keep grinding. Do my money get low? Absolutely. What? I pay for everything. But do my money get good? Absolutely. And I just keep pushing. Do I run, man? Before I run through one good person, put it this way. Before I met Susan, at It's a Man's World, the last time my clothes had been in a upscale, it been in any store, was in Philly in 2010. So this 2018, you're talking about 8 years ago, 9 years ago. That was the last. That's how long. That's how few and far between those opportunities came for me. I've made 80,000 clothing items from handmade puppets, Raw Squirrel Clothing Puppet Division, Raw Squirrel Clothing money bags, Raw Squirrel Clothing, Small Mouse Pet Clothing. Um, you know, 80,000, and I've only met two people that actually get it.